What if I told you that the grandest financial empires, the most secure retirements, and the most liberating personal freedoms all begin not with a bang, but with a whisper? Quiet decision made in a single moment. It's not about a lottery win or a stroke of market genius. It's about an ancient art, refined over centuries, that separates those who build from those who merely wish. This is the art of prioritizing, the silent architect of a stable life. It's the art of saving. They say saving is about sacrifice, about giving things up. But that's a half-truth, a story told to scare us away from our own potential. The reality is far more empowering. Saving isn't about deprivation. It's about deliberate choice. It's the conscious act of saying no to the fleeting satisfaction of today, in order to say a resounding yes to a more significant, more meaningful tomorrow. It is the very foundation upon which we build everything else: our homes, our education, our businesses, and our peace of mind. Without this foundation, any structure we attempt to build, no matter how ambitious, is built on sand, vulnerable to the first storm that rolls in. It's the first, most crucial step in taking control of your own story. This journey begins with understanding a simple, yet profound, piece of wisdom that has been passed down through generations of farmers and financiers alike. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Imagine a farmer who stakes his entire livelihood on a single crop, a single blight, a single drought, and his entire year's work vanishes. His family's security is gone. Now, picture that same farmer with a variety of crops, some livestock, and maybe a small orchard. A problem with one crop is a setback, not a catastrophe. This isn't just agricultural advice. It's the cornerstone of modern financial survival. Diversifying your portfolio is the strategic key to minimizing risk and building resilience. In the world of finance, that single basket could be anything: relying solely on your job's income, pouring all your savings into one company's stock, or betting everything on the next hot trend. The risk is concentrated, an all-or-nothing gamble where the odds are rarely in your favor. Diversification is your defense. It means spreading your investments across different asset classes. Some of your money might go into stocks, which offer the potential for high growth but come with higher risk. Another portion might go into bonds, which are generally more stable and provide a steady income. You might invest in real estate for long-term appreciation and rental income, or use index funds to buy a small piece of the entire market. The beauty of this strategy is that these different assets often behave differently. When the stock market is down, the bond market might be up. When domestic markets are struggling, international investments might be thriving. It's a financial ecosystem where the strengths of one area can offset the weaknesses of another. This balance doesn't just protect you from devastating losses, it smooths out the journey, turning a volatile, heart-pounding roller coaster into a more predictable, manageable ascent. It's not about avoiding risk entirely. That's impossible. It's about managing it, taming it, and making it work for you instead of against you. It's the deliberate act of building a financial fortress with multiple walls, ensuring that if one is breached, the entire structure doesn't come tumbling down. Perhaps no one has articulated the core philosophy of this defensive approach better than the Oracle of Omaha himself, Warren Buffett. His wisdom is distilled into 2 golden rules. Rules so simple, yet so powerful they form the bedrock of his entire investment empire. He famously said, "Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. At first glance, this seems impossible. Investments go up and down. Losses are part of the game, right? But Buffett isn't talking about the minor day-to-day fluctuations of the market. He's talking about the catastrophic loss of capital, the kind of mistake that takes you out of the game permanently. His philosophy is about capital preservation. It's about being patient, disciplined, and avoiding unnecessary risks. It means you don't chase fads. You don't invest in things you don't understand. And you don't let fear or greed dictate your decisions. The goal isn't to hit a home run on every swing. It's to consistently get on base and avoid striking out. Why? Because the math of loss is brutal. If you lose 50% of your investment, you don't need to gain 50% to get back to even. You need to gain 100%. Catastrophic loss sets you back years, even decades. By prioritizing the avoidance of such a loss, you allow the most powerful force in finance to work its magic: compound interest. By simply not losing, you win. But Buffett's wisdom doesn't stop at protecting your money. He also champions another, even more fundamental principle, one that multiplies the value of every dollar you ever earn. He said the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. This isn't just a feel-good platitude. It's a pragmatic, higher-return financial strategy. The more you learn, the more you will earn. Your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, these are your greatest assets. They are the one portfolio that no market crash can wipe out, no inflation can devalue, and no one can take away from you. Think about it. Reading a book that changes your perspective on money, taking a course that teaches you a high-demand skill, attending a seminar that connects you with new opportunities, these are not expenses. They're investments with potentially infinite returns. A new skill can lead to a promotion, a higher salary, or the ability to start your own business. A deeper understanding of finance can help you make smarter investment decisions for the rest of your life. Improving your communication skills can open doors in any field you choose. Unlike a stock which can go to zero, the value you add to yourself is permanent. It compounds over time, making you more adaptable, more valuable, and more capable of navigating the complexities of the modern world. This investment pays dividends in confidence, competence, and ultimately, cold, hard cash. It is the engine that drives your earning potential. And the higher your earning potential, the more fuel you have for your savings and investment goals. This brings us to the ultimate truth of personal finance, a concept that fundamentally reframes our relationship with money. It's a lesson many learn too late. How much money you make is not nearly as important as how much money you keep. We live in a culture that glorifies income. We celebrate the high-powered executive, the celebrity athlete, the tech entrepreneur with a massive salary. We see the symbols of their earnings, the mansions, the yachts, the designer clothes, and we equate that with wealth. But income is a river, and wealth is a reservoir. A massive river can flow through a landscape and leave it barren if none of the water is captured and stored. You can earn $1 million a year and be broke if you spend $1,000,001. Conversely, a person with a modest, steady income can build substantial wealth over time by consistently saving and investing a portion of what they earn. This is the power of your savings rate, the percentage of your income that you keep. It is the single most important and controllable lever in your financial life. A high savings rate can overcome a mediocre investment return. It can compensate for a late start. It is the brute force of wealth building. It's about creating a gap between what you earn and what you spend, and then putting that gap to work for you. That gap, that surplus, is the seed from which your financial future grows. By focusing not on the glamour of earning, but on the discipline of keeping, you shift from being a passive consumer to an active owner. You take control of your capital and direct it toward building the life you truly want. In the end, it all comes back to that first domino. That single, quiet decision to prioritize your future. It's the choice to diversify your foundation, to play defense and protect your capital, to invest relentlessly in your own capabilities, and to focus on the wealth you build, not just the income you generate. This isn't a secret reserved for the financial elite. It is a universal art form, available to anyone with the discipline to practice it. It is the art of building a life not of chance but of choice, a life of stability, freedom, and profound security. The question is no longer what you will do with a sudden windfall, but what you will do today, with what you have, to begin building your own masterpiece. Your story is waiting to be written. Start with the first line. Start saving.